How's it hanging, YouTube? It is Damage Blocker, aka Sir LSR, coming at you with some new gameplay, Loki gameplay, and as you can see I'm Diamond 2, but this was on the 8th, May 8th specifically. Since then I've actually reached Grandmaster. Hasn't been too bad considering I've just been playing Hulk. Hulk is super fun, and when you get the hang of him, he can really do so much for you. It's kind of insane, but enough about Hulk. Today's gameplay is going to be about Loki. I had a really good game flexing on Loki because I've been mainly playing tank. All of my recent games are right here through competitive. But going into this match, Central Park, this map is really good for Loki for multiple reasons. One, because high ground, you can see the stats. We have Groot, Mag, Bucky, Iron Man. Not a bad combo at all. It might be a little harder for me to heal the Iron Man, but that's not a super big deal in of itself. I have a Groot, a Mag, and a Bucky that I can, you know, look at anyway. This new Loki skin too, I think I mentioned it previously. God, is it a good skin. I adore this skin, and I also like playing Loki whenever I can. I'm mainly a tank player, like I said, mainly because I think I would play more supports. Like, I kind of want to get into Adam, but learning Loki and him being my first Lord has kind of spoiled me in terms of my engagement with the game, because when I play someone like Rocket, Cloak, for example, it's just not as engaging. So I'm kind of spoiled with Loki in that category. Okay, more of the gameplay right here. We've got actually a good foothold going in so far. Our Bucky died, which isn't good. I set Lamp down just in case my Groot was getting a little too crazy. Then he could heal himself back up. But we seem to be winning the neutral game right here. Another pick by us, that's a healer down by them, and it's mainly just cleanup at this point. Main thing that you want to do as Loki, especially when it comes to the first initial fight, is to be the first one to get ult. And as you can see on my team, I'm pretty safely the first one to get ult. Their Squirrel Girl actually got ult pretty quick, but it's also Squirrel Girl, so and she can kind of farm in the right hand, especially on this first point. She's kind of crazy. And annoying. This Luna, I don't even know what this Luna was doing. Staggering beyond belief. Loki clone moment. Gotta love that. I've been having so many of those when I have played Loki, to where it's like, you were going there, but you didn't. Especially when I'm like hitting the snap too, it'll do that sometimes. This has been happening more this season than it has in previous seasons, but that could be I'm not as practiced in Loki. I accidentally copied Bucky ult here because I was like, oh, they're gonna throw some ult soon. Might as well just pop this out. I haven't played a single minute on Bucky, so I am extremely surprised to find out that I actually end up getting 2 kills out of this. But it ends up meaning nothing because my entire other team got pushed back and died. So, not fun right there. Back into the fight, pump healing, and since they do have a Squirrel Girl, you kind of have to play a lot more passive with your clones. You can't really DPS Loki when especially when they have a Storm and a Squirrel Girl. Like, you're not going to be doing a lot of damage against them, and they can just melt your clones. So a lot of my clone placements, as you'll probably see, wouldn't be of my usual. They're more protected and more away from enemy lines of sight, more to a heal botting extent. This Strange too cracks me up, like the least obvious Eye of Agamotto I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, we're kind of just idly sitting here waiting to get a pick, making some space here. I'm basically just backing up my team as best I can because I'm not going to be the one making space. Maybe if I was a third strategist, like a DPS Loki can go flanking, which honestly, like, the shout out to the people who actually make videos on that, because those are super fun to watch, and I love that gameplay style. Also, good clone placements here. I was trying to get on top of this little I don't even know what you'd call that. But apparently you can't sit on top of it. Didn't know that. But good Loki clone spots here because it's high ground and it's also out of their line of sight if they did try and get back on the point. Strange with the... I don't even know. I would have switched out, so I think I would have been fine, but Loki clone moment again. Bucky completely oblivious to the Strange in the back line. This Strange was, dare I say, strange. Because a lot of his ults, just, as you'll see in the gameplay, I'm just like, what is going on inside that man's head? Another good Loki clone spot, it's up and out of the way, but it has good line of sight to basically this entire middle archway area. Making sure my Luna is okay, because Luna is the person that you want to be healing more than not. If she's low, you prioritize your other strategist. Storm ult. Easy counter. I mean, I have my ult, might as well. Squirrel Girl giving us problems actually kills my Luna while I'm in ult. Very unfortunate. Storm is targeting me currently. Tough scenario. Squirrel Girl gets the burst damage on my clone. Kills me instantly. Not much to be said about that. Some more just kind of idle sitting until our tanks get back. Passive clone spots again, because that's Bucky was doing right there. RIP Bucky for frontlining when Squirrel Girl is just absolutely pelting. Also, idiot thing of me to do, because you can clearly see Squirrel Girl kind of has like a lineup where it bounces off the wall and goes into that middle area. I just kind of walked into that and I wasted lamp because of it. But since we have two tanks, even though both our DPS are down, it's still, we can still push this pretty nicely. Absolutely feeding me ult charge. Thank you, Groot. The Squirrel Girl absolutely sends Bucky flying. Groot takes too much damage, and I also was reloading. Another unfortunate, we're just kind of staggering at this point. Needing to regroup before we can do anything else. Squirrel Girl pelting down range. Another safe clone spot. I have my ult here. I'll probably use it to, once we start pushing up. I'm pretty sure I do. Yep. Thank goodness Squirrel Girl didn't kill me, because holy crap. Waiting a few seconds before using my ult just to make the most out of it. Magneto ult. Yeah. Thankfully we have two shield tanks. Whenever you hear, as a strategist, whenever you're ulting and you hear Fear Magneto, you're like, he's going after me, isn't he? There's something to be said about a Magneto. And also, this Storm ult, I didn't know this, but apparently even from down there, she can pull you. The pull on Storm's ult is crazy. Try to burst down Hela ult as much as I can, but yeah, that's a lot of damage, and I can't really peek that either. Also, what I didn't realize here earlier on is that this damn Magneto on the other team is just sitting there. It took me a while to figure it out, and when I did, I was like, you know what? Let me make use of the backstab for once, because when does Loki's backstab, like, ever get used? Our Strange ulta got one person, didn't get a kill out of it, but that's okay. Storm also just being an absolute menace to us, and ends up killing me for it. Unfortunate that the Luna couldn't heal me. I think she was reloading at the time. But honestly, like, I think they, even without me, yeah, we go to Luna POV right here, just to see, because I'm not a part of this little last bit. Yeah, solid round. Squirrel couldn't get on, and we ended up cleaning up. So, and as you can see, they are pumping out so much damage, an insane amount of damage. At least with Squirrel Girl on the other team, if you have two very solid healers, and Loki and Luna, which are honestly, like, I would say safely the two top strategists to play with in Marvel Rivals. having a Squirrel Girl pump out damage isn't going to mean much. Also, if you keep an eye on my ultimate bar, especially when it really gets down to it, this is a very strong spot for Loki. You basically have full clearance of the entire choke point all the way up to the bridge. And since they're playing Strange Groot, they're all going to be clumped in together along with Bucky. It's just AoE healing galore, and as you can see, I already have 90% ult charge. Holy crap, and if you pause and take a look at anyone else's ult charge, the closest person is at 70%, and that's Iron Man. My clones actually end up going away because I was staying up there for so long. They didn't actually get shot down, they just despawned just because of how long I was up there. Copy Luna ult, I mean... best strategist ult in the game. You can't go wrong with Luna ult. I love playing with a Luna because the games are just so much easier because you can just non-stop healing. When you're really on the offensive, that damage boost is insane. As you can see, we're just running them down right now. Fear Magneto. Our poor Luna. They blocked Magneto ult for me, but our Luna didn't get so lucky with that. Yeah, Magneto during his like ultimate form is basically just like a straight up strategist hater. I've never seen a Magneto like at least a high level Magneto. If they can, they will target a strategist. It's almost hateful. Staying in Luna ult, safe and protected. I swap back out just because a lot of shit's going on, as you can see. Not really salvageable. I show my face and they kind of almost get killed here by the mag, but thankfully Loki, you just snap away and then it helps. Also their mag got kidnapped by the map. So there's that. I also didn't know that we were portaling. I probably would have gotten a point, copied a support ult on their team, and then tried to have helped. But you live and you learn. Sneaking across this rooftop, this is another reason why I love Loki. They just can't see you. You can be slick and devious all you want, and they just won't be able to see you. It's one of the best parts about Loki, I think. That invisibility to flank, and also just get out of scenarios. Because invisibility, people just don't know how to deal with it. Obviously, if you have a Captain America, that shit will find you no matter what. But with invisibility, if you're not making a lot of noise, like, it's almost impossible to find you. Copy Luna ult here. Thane charging our backline. Save our Luna with the ult. Tell her to walk up. Bucky with the crazy ult, the 4K. I'm glad I was there to damage boost it so I can get all those damn assists. Yeah, crazy ult by Bucky. Thane is just being he's just being idle. That entire fight he was just a passenger. He tried to dive the strategist and just couldn't do it. Another reason why you have to be more passive with the Loki clone placements this game, as you can see, because Storm, with her height advantage, being a flyer, and also just being... Also, block the Magneto ult. That poor Magneto's been trying to get my ass all game, and he hasn't been able to yet. Thankfully, our Luna has ult. I didn't have anything for that Storm ult. Or, yeah, that Storm ult. Except for, Snap Out, so I guess I could have snapped out really quickly, but Storm ult is very, very oppressive at points. Easy cleanup of the fight. I think a telling tale, I guess you could say, of why we've been able to hold out so well is that me and Luna right here are just not dying. We're surviving as best we can, and it's really giving fits to the other team, because if we can't die, then they're gonna need to put in a lot of extra fucking work just to be able to win fights. Iron Man gets a huge ult off on their team. I almost have ult here again, so if they try to do anything drastic, I can Cap over here doing whatever Cap does. Did I need to ult here?
I am ready to put on a
I did.
show.
And as you can see, the Bucky's like, what the hell? What? He's like, what's going on? It's like, I'm Loki. I'm Loki, chill. Gotta make the most of the ult, even though it's probably better just to let it be. Also, I froze that thing mid ult of his. It was really funny. I think, yeah, I go back to it. Clobbering Time just freezes him. I love it when they get frozen and while they're jumping and their legs look super silly and super long. This poor Thing player, dude, he's trying his hardest, but he just can't get anybody. Hello gets a pick off on our Bucky. Not looking good. Strange is done. I'm thinking, hey, we need to back up. We need to get out of here. Regroup and maybe we can touch for final. 40 seconds left. We can touch there. Our Groot had other ideas of just touching. Block that Scarlet Witch ult. I wish I made a counter for how many ults that I've blocked this game. I tried to back out our Luna, trying to just piggyback each other to victory. I couldn't save her though, and I'm kind of staggering here, honestly, because they're gonna end up eventually killing me, and I wasted so much time trying not to die, and my cooldowns just weren't gonna get there in time. So, all right, they have a minute 20. This is final point. This is win or go home for them. They have to cap here, or they lose. Strange portal. Another one of those strange ults. Didn't get anybody. I guess wishful thinking on his part, but I don't even know what to say. Almost have ult here too. I see my Luna over there, and I immediately registered in my brain. I was like, okay, I need to get by this Luna. Strategists are safer when they're right next to each other. Easier healing and whatnot. Their invis ult, I counter ult. Mine's gonna last longer than hers is, so they ult again. Clobbering Time during my ult, which doesn't get anyone. Strange is on me. I'm trying my best to hella kind of targeting. Do my best to get on the point. And thankfully, our Luna has ult. That Luna ult has saved my ass at least 2 times in this gameplay. And right now, I think we have the numbers advantage. So all we have to do is survive. Strange tries to get me, snap out of his way, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Literally, they can't kill the strategists, and that was their main problem. Our inability to die, or even, let's say, retreat and not be able to help out our team, because even if, say if you die of a strategist, you can still get value out of it if they're not healing your team. But as you can see by the end of this game, especially with the stats, I think I got robbed by MVP, but my fellow strategists, I'm not going to complain about them getting MVP. As you can see, 8k damage, almost 48k healing, got the most assists. Luna beat me in final hit, so I think that's what got her the MVP over me. But look at the healing numbers, you know? Quite a crazy strategist game by both of us. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.